Now, the wedding industry has really taken a hit over the past 2-3 months, 4 months probably.
Yeah.
You know,
everything's taking a hit.
It's horrible. If you're a bride out there right now and you are sitting on your wedding for 2020, just type in UGH in the bottom here, okay? Let me feel your pain, right? Because there has got to be thousands. I think what they said in 2018, there were 60,000 weddings in Vancouver.
60,000?
60,000, 60K in Vancouver. So if you think about that, like, dude, that was a couple years ago. It's probably gained momentum since then. People just keep getting married. And leading into 2020, there were probably tons of couples who wanted to get married in 2020. Right? And now your dreams are shot. So what do? You know what I mean? Like, I think this is how we have to start. This is our first episode during COVID.
We're in a pandemic.
We're in a wedding pandemic, right? What are we gonna do with all those teal bells? First question we gotta ask, and I want to know your opinion on this. When is this shit gonna end? When's it gonna end, man?
Oh, I'm gonna say everyone says 2021 because that's the automatic logical next step. But I really think that even 2021 is just going to be a slow crawl.
You think so, right?
And it's really 2022 summer. That's when you're going to start seeing it close new normal.
So do you think that people will still try to slip in weddings? Like, we're obviously going to go to phase 4, right? Eventually, which will be that's like 50 people or more.
Well, no, I still think next year is still going to be an adjustment year because people have changed a lot of their values. Yeah. What they want to spend their money on. Mm-hmm. Just you have time to think because everything is stopped. Yeah. So people are rethinking about how they want to do their wedding instead of being rush. Yeah. They're slowing down. So even next year, I feel like it's just still a trial period. There's going to be some weddings for sure. Some people want to get married and it's overdue. But for a lot of people, I feel like it's caused them to rethink. Do we need a massive wedding or should it be smaller? So it really won't get back to normal until 2022 summer.
And that's a really good point you bring up though, dude. Like, do you need to have a big wedding?
Yeah.
Like, this is probably not my number one, but one of my number one issues with weddings is that, even when I sit down with a bride and groom, I'll go over a couple things that I think are really ridiculous at weddings, like flowers for one. I have this beautiful bouquet here right now. It's fake. Get fake flowers if you get a chance, right? It's like flowers and just other things, but spending a lot of money on guests, like having a lot of guests, right? Like, I've done weddings over 200, 250 people, and like dinner takes 3 hours to get through, right? And I've been through a wedding that was like 200 people service wedding, and it was like they were serving, and it was just a gong show, and I'm like, you look around and you see the bride and groom over there and you see them, they talk to a certain amount of people, whatever, but they don't get to talk to everybody. And it kind of feels like people miss the point on weddings sometimes.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%. Another point I'll bring up is like, you be a guest. You put yourself in the perspective of a guest. How many weddings have you gone to and you don't even talk to the bride and groom anymore? Yeah. You just go to the wedding. It was a big wedding. It was fantastic, exciting, and then you lose touch.
Yeah.
Like it's like this is the last time I'm seeing you, which is your wedding. You're starting a new life. Goodbye.
Yeah. it's so weird, right?
That happens so many times.
It's so weird, man. I see it so many times. Like, people will come, they eat dinner, they just sit and they never talk to the bride, and then they leave.
They hug them and then never talk after that.
Isn't that
just
crazy?
A couple likes on Facebook, Instagram.
I was there.
Yeah, I was there.
Right? It's so weird how that happens, man. And that's why I'm wondering if maybe this time is going to really teach people an important lesson when planning their weddings, right? Like, you don't need to have 100 people. Most of the people you don't know, right? This is the time. Like, if you're planning a wedding right now and you're like, oh man, it's going to be expensive and pricey, now is the time to plan your wedding.